Welcome
to Sort of the Story.
I'm Janie.
And I'm Max.
And this is the podcast where we tell each other stories, like fairy tales and folk tales and mythology.
And also, you are here.
I've never given much thought to how I would die. But dying in the place of someone I love seems like a good way to go. Packing up my bags to make the move to Washington. I'll take this tiny cactus and love it like my only friend. Kiss my mom goodbye out of sunlight and into the rain. Ugh, it's so wet. Now I'm back in Forks, where everyone knows everyone and Charlie doesn't hover, which is fine. I like to be alone.
Well, okay.
I'm the new kid at my high school. Making friends is always a pain. Sigh. I'm 16, going on 61, 'cause my mother treated me like I was grown. Now I feel like martyring myself's the only way to be. I've just gotta make it through, and graduation cannot come too soon. Wait, I'm a junior. Shit! All the pointed questions washing over me like a flash flood. It feels like my new classmates are already out for my blood. Stop taking my picture, even bathroom mirrors freak me out. Did that girl not have a reflection? Weird. If anyone could read my thoughts, they'd know my stomach's in garlic knots. Yum! This day's going down like a stake through the heart. This place is wet and dark as night, and the people act like they might like to hunt me down and take a bite. But I guess that's what I get for moving to a quiet place where nothing happens, where the sun can't shine and the people are dorks. Count my days to move away from Forks.
Once upon a time, there was a girl named Isabella Swan. Her whole life, she lived with her mom, Renee. But after her mother got remarried, Bella began to feel like she was holding her mother back from a wild life of traveling with her husband's minor league baseball team. So she made the difficult decision to move in with her father, Charlie, in a place called Forks, Washington.
Forks is a quiet town under a near constant cover of clouds and rain. The population is 3,120 people, much smaller than the sunny city of Phoenix, Arizona, where Bella is from. Bella is trying to stay positive. Her father, Charlie, hasn't seen her in years, and he is so excited to have her stay with him that he hasn't touched her room in years, except to buy her a new purple bedspread. He even made her his favorite dinner, steak and pie. But in spite of all Charlie's efforts, Bella can't help but feel out of place.
Bella is slim and delicate. She has wide, chocolate brown eyes, long, thick auburn hair that has the slightest natural curl at the ends. Her skin is pale, almost translucent, and when she speaks, it's with thoughtful, soft words that hint at an unmatched wit and intelligence. But she's clumsy. Oh, God, she's so clumsy. Sometimes she slips on ice.
Ugh.
She sighs, knowing that everyone is going to hate her for how awkward and terrible she is. Ugh, so awkward and terrible.
Mm-hmm.
When she goes to her new high school, she's immediately a big fish in a small pond. No one new ever moves to Forks, so all the students immediately fight to be her friend. They want her to sit next to them in class, join their table for lunch, give opinions on what articles they should write for the school paper. They even ask her about Arizona and want to know more about her as a person. It's also intrusive and weird. Bella sighs, knowing that they only see her as a freak in a sideshow. At lunch, though, she finally sees something that interests her. A group of beautiful teenagers walk in, paired up, and sit at a table by themselves. One of her new friends, a bitch named Jessica, sees her looking and tells her all about them.
The first two, Jessica explains, are Alice and Jasper. Alice is petite and full of energy with a bright, curious face, spiky dark hair, and adventurous taste in accessories. She bounces into the cafeteria and takes the first seat at the large table that has clearly been left empty for the Cullens. Jasper is a tall man with a mop of sandy brown hair and a face that betrays a deep sadness. He moves stiffly, uncomfortably, and wears an expression that would indicate that he has a rock in his shoe at all times somehow. Though she doesn't know why, Bella finds herself wondering if he has any antiquated beliefs about states' rights or minorities. Following behind Jasper and Alice are Emmett and Rosalie. Rosalie shares Jasper's rock in shoe expression, although her face seems to indicate that someone has put the rock in her shoe intentionally, and she's actively plotting their downfall. She has long, wavy, honey blonde hair, perfect makeup, and a stern countenance. Emmett is also tall and blonde, but additionally is built like a shit brick house. Bella wonders if Forks High School has a football team. A slight, mischievous smile plays around the corners of his mouth as he looks out over the full cafeteria. Rosalie is holding one of his arms possessively. A sack of approximately 15 hard-boiled eggs dangles from the other. The last to enter is Edward. Bella's breath stops in her throat. He is medium-high, medium build, with medium brown hair styled in a very normal way. His expression is no expression. His clothes are regular. Jessica explains that it is fine that the Cullens are clearly all dating each other because they are actually all adopted. Rosalie and Jasper are siblings, and all the rest are unrelated. They were all adopted by a rich, mysterious doctor, Carlisle Cullen, who lives just outside of town in the mountains with his harem of adoptees and beautiful wife, Esme. So it's fine that they're all dating, especially since, as Jessica notes, none of them want to date Jessica.
Seeing how Bella is staring at Edward, Jessica scoffs and tells her not to even bother. None of the girls at the school are good enough for Mr. Perfect. Not that Jessica cares.
After lunch, Bella goes to biology class. She steps in the door and sees the only empty seat and starts to walk in. As she gets closer, she sees that the empty seat is next to none other than Edward Cullen. Then she sees that he is looking at her with an expression of disgust and horror, as though he is about to throw up and then run away. Nonetheless, she takes the seat next to him while he pinches his nose and makes unsubtle PU sounds. They engage in some strangled small talk over frog organs. When the bell rings, Edward is up and out of the classroom before Bella can even blink, making retching noises all the way. She wonders if she has forgotten to put on deodorant, but after several not casual shoulder stretches, she determines that she smells fine. She wonders what she has done to offend Edward's sensibilities. Edward doesn't come to school for a few weeks. Bella takes it personally.
One day, Bella decides to do some light reading. She sits out in the parking lot where all of her classmates are hanging out after school. When they ask her to join them, of course, she waves her book at them awkwardly. So they know that she just came here to have some alone time. But a screeching sound jolts her out of her thoughts. One of her classmates, as he was driving out of the parking lot at breakneck speeds, slides on a patch of black ice and is barreling towards her. Her life flashes before her beautiful doe eyes. She sees minor league baseball games, childhood summer sitting awkwardly with her father, the tiny cactus she brought with her from Arizona and immediately forgot about. As the truck closes in on her, she closes her eyes, surely about to be smushed. But when she opens them again, the truck has not touched her. Instead, she finds herself face to face with Edward Cullen. She realizes in shock and horror that he has stopped the truck from hitting her with his bare hand. The entire side of the truck is dented and damaged, but they are safe, and so close that she can see the gold flecks in his irises. Students scream and rush to her side to see if she is okay. Edward takes the opportunity to jump cleanly over the wreckage and bound away, faster than anyone should be able to run. But no one seems to notice, but Bella.
Over the next couple weeks, they meet sporadically. Edward seems fascinated with finding out everything he can about her, but also regularly tells her that he's not her friend. He doesn't even like her. Actually, he doesn't even care about her at all, actually. Also, he can read everyone's mind, except for hers. He proves this by saying what some passersby are thinking. She has no way to know if he's correct, but she believes him anyways. For 1 second, they touch hands, and she is shocked to find that his hands are as cold as ice and as unyielding as stone, like a dead person who is really hard. This is all too much for her, and he's not answering any of her questions, so she decides to do her own investigation. She opens up her laptop and then pauses, unsure. Who would know the truth? How can she find answers when she isn't ready to ask the question that's on her mind? Does she really want to know who or what he is? After a few moments' consideration, she clicks the browser bar and types in www.google.com.
His skin is pale and cold as ice. Is he anemic or no? 'Cause he says it's the fluorescence. But I know that I saw darkness in his eyes.
Bella begins to Google words like
fast, strong, cold, unpleasant sounds. 100 is rude. Mixed signals, mind reading, siblings sleep together.
At one point, she hits the I'm feeling lucky feature and ends up on DeviantArt.
What does it mean? I'm starting to see that he doesn't eat unless he wants to feast on me.
She tells Edward she has to talk to him. She wants to hear it from his own mouth.
I know what you are.
Say it. Out loud.
Vampire.
Hearing this, Edward asks if she's afraid of him. He wants to know if she'll run, but Bella takes a breath and turns to face him. She is not afraid. She tells him she knows he won't hurt her. This is too much for Edward, though. He grabs her and runs into the forest, faster than is humanly possible. He screams at her that he is a predator. Everything about him is designed to draw in victims. His face is beautiful. His voice, smooth and inviting. He's got an ass that won't quit. Even his smell is intoxicating. Bella assures him that she doesn't care how perfect and beautiful he is. It doesn't bother her at all that he has six-pack abs and that he's 10 inches taller than her. Edward. To highlight his point, he rips off his shirt and steps into a ray of sunlight. His skin sparkles like diamonds. This is the skin of a killer. He's killed before. He'll probably kill again. And he'd really, really like to kill her. Bella places a hand on his perfect pecs and stares into his eyes. Despite everything he has told her, she has not found one single deal breaker. And he can't think of any other reason to stay away.
If you're not scared, you're not right. I'm a monster, and I bite. I have no soul, and that's my crime. Afraid to love, but maybe it's time.
I've known you for about a week, and most that time you've been rude to me. But Googling has made me see that I'm in love irrevocably. Your skin in sunlight,
The skin of a
this
killer.
feeling's unlike
I am a killer.
anything I felt before.
I'd like to kill you.
I know you won't hurt me.
You're like heroin.
I'm in, let's do this.
So the lion falls in love with the...
lamb.
Edward wants to kill her, real bad. Her blood is more enticing than anyone else's has ever been. It smells so good, like heroin. But he and his family of fellow vampires are vegetarians. They don't eat people. They only eat other kinds of blood, like cows and deer and rabbits. So, not really vegetarians, but you get the idea. Now that she knows his secret, he tells her all about his world, his family, his interests, his favorite composers, his least favorite parts of Catcher in the Rye. Eventually, he even takes her to meet his family. The Cullens welcome her with open arms and tell her that Edward never brings anyone home. For dinner, they made Italiano, just for her, but she already ate. The lasagna goes cold on the counter. Everything is going really well. Bella introduces Edward to her dad. Together, they have a fun time dating and wearing sunglasses and driving around in Edward's silver 2005 Volvo S60 hatchback.
One day, Edward invites Bella to a Cullen family outing. Alice, who can casually and very normally see the future, has predicted that a big thunderstorm is coming. The vampires chitter in excitement, because loud, booming thunder means they can finally do the one thing vampires do for fun: play baseball. Bella watches in wonder as they hit home runs and grounders and slide into home plate and get to third base and shortstop and cracker jacks and wear stripes and other baseball things. The sounds of them hitting the ball with their bats made of what seems to be indestructible steel are masked by the booming of thunder overhead. It's a perfect day. But their fun is cut short when 3 vampires they have never seen before crash their party. Their names are Laurent, Victoria, and James, who stares at them all with a menacing smile. Their eyes glow red. These vampires are not vegetarians. They've been feasting all over Forks, and now they'd like to play one game of vampire baseball before they leave forever. Knowing they need to get Bella away from these murderers, especially James, who has been staring unblinkingly at Edward since he walked out of the woods, the Cullens agree to let them play, since 2 of their members were leaving anyway. But James gets a whiff of Bella's scent and zeroes in on her immediately. As soon as he does, Edward lurches forward and hisses. James grins. Finally, something interesting is happening.
You call that baseball? Pitch, you didn't strike me as a player. Check this wicked curveball, call me Vampire Slayer. I'm not here for peanuts and Cracker Jacks, 'cause it looks to me like you brought the snack. Tell your boyfriend. Tell him I've got beef. He's a vegetarian, so I ain't fucking scared of him. I'm here to eat your girlfriend. Yeah, I think I'll take her home. I'm going to eat your girlfriend. Swing batter, batter, now she's in my strike zone.
The Cullen clan tells James that he can't eat Bella. She is theirs, and they are saving her for later. James immediately sees this as a challenge. Why wouldn't you invite us to eat some delicious Bella Italiana with you? James asks. Edward scoops Bella up and runs super fast to her house, where he tells her to start packing. He tells her that he has to get her far, far away, so he can kill James before James can catch her. James is a skilled vampire hunter, which is to say, a vampire who is a hunter, who hunts people. Bella tells her dad, Charlie, that she has to get out of town.
Well, okay.
Alice and Jasper escort her out. Alice can see the future, so she will know if James starts to catch up to them. Edward trusts Alice to be around Bella without trying to eat her. Jasper is also there. He was a Confederate soldier, and he has had the hardest time of all the Cullens keeping kosher with blood, but apparently that is fine.
Alice and Jasper bring Bella to Phoenix and hide away in a hotel suite with her. Not knowing what's going on is driving them all crazy. Luckily, Alice soon gets a vision that James has changed his plans. He is no longer hunting for Bella in the woods. She now sees an image of a ballet studio, with mirrors all around. Bella recognizes it as the studio she used to dance in when she was a little girl. But why is Alice seeing this random piece of Bella's past? What does it mean? Probably nothing. The next morning, Bella gets a phone call from her mom. She goes to another room to answer the call so she can let her mom know she's okay. But when she picks up the call, she hears her mom crying out, wondering where Bella is. She sounds panicked. Before Bella can answer, she hears James's sinister voice on the other end, and her heart drops. He tells her that if she doesn't meet him, alone, at her old ballet studio that night, he is going to eat her mom. So, Bella sneaks away from 2 vampires with superhuman hearing, even though one of them can see the future and should know that she's leaving. She travels at night to the old, empty studio, hoping her mother is still alive. But when she gets inside and follows the sounds of her mother's panicked voice, she realized she's been tricked. A home video is playing on a little TV. The voice she was hearing was a video of her mother from the 90s, searching for her daughter and filming it for some reason. When she turns around, she finds herself face to face with James, who's holding a video camera in her face. This is bad.
And action. This is gonna break poor Edward's little heart. I'm a spider spinning webs, and you fell directly into them.
Where's my mom?
It turns out that I lied, and here you are. Surprise, surprise. Hope you don't mind if I record. Wouldn't want our man to miss a beat.
Leave him out of this. It's me you want.
Oh, you think this is about you? Girl, shit. You think that you're the hot one? Forks girl in a drawer of knives? But when I came to the baseball game, it wasn't you who made me feel alive. I'm going to make him ache for me. He'll hunt me down till the end of days.
I don't understand. Why are you doing this?
Let me tell you about the one I crave. You mean so little to me. I'm embarrassed for your sake. Now I'm gonna steal your boyfriend. I think it's time you take a break. So yeah, I'm gonna kill you just to lure him to my side. I'm gonna steal your boyfriend. Step 1 is to take a bite.
Suddenly, Bella hears the doors to the ballet studio crash open. She sees the barest glimpse of the Cullen clan entering, and then with superhuman speed, they are all over James. They rip him limb from limb. Vampire bits are flying everywhere. It sounds like cracking concrete and twisting metal. The Cullens, usually very polite and careful, are just absolutely shredding this motherfucker. Alice is cackling with glee and lighting all the vampire crumbs on fire. Emmett is pulverizing what remains of James's face into sand with one meaty paw. Rosalie is kicking his vampire penis so hard. Jasper is hitting James's torso with James's severed arm. Esme is giving him a killer wedgie. Edward and Carlisle try to help Bella, but it's too late. James's venom is coursing through her veins. She feels her blood boiling with the poison. Carlisle tells Edward that he has to suck the venom out of her bloodstream. If he doesn't help her, she'll turn into a vampire and lose her soul. But if he does try, he may not be able to stop himself from drinking all of her blood until she is dead. Edward says, "But what if I can't stop?" And Carlisle says, "But you have to." And that settles that. Seeing that she is in massive amounts of pain, Edward promises to try to help her. Edward bites Bella and starts to suck her blood. He sucks and sucks and sucks until all of the venom is out of her. But once you pop, you just can't stop. And so too, Edward finds that he just can't stop drinking her delicious blood. He continues to suck. With Bella's life hanging in the balance, Carlisle urges Edward to remember who he is.
I never know when you be coming from behind. I know. I thought I had been the one. I would be the lion, and you would be the lamb. Coming from a blaze, I know. You don't even know who I am. I am the skin of a killer, and you want to see what it is.
Bella wakes up in a hospital bed with no idea how she got there. She sighs in relief when she realizes her mother is sitting on the edge of her bed, smiling and alive. Edward is on a couch nearby, pretending to be asleep. Bella asks her what happened, unsure of how Edward explained this whole wild and crazy adventure away.
When you fell, you broke your leg and you lost a lot of blood. You tripped and fell down 2 flights of stairs. You went through a window.
Yeah, sounds like me.
Oh, and honey, I'm not even done yet. After you fell down the stairs and tumbled out of the window, you landed in a dumpster outside. But it was trash pickup day, so you were put on a truck and it drove fast as it could down the highway. And then it veered off the road because the driver was drunk and you went tumbling out down the hill. And you went right through the park, crashing into the gifts at a boy named Big Al's birthday party. But you would keep rolling on and crash right into a lake, sinking 2 paddle boats on the way. But good thing Edward was there at the park out of fate, and he was able to swim out and save you. And on the way to the hospital, you did poop your pants and threw up on the ambulance.
Mom, gosh! And Edward told you all of this?
He really is such a nice boy. I really like him.
Renee leaves to get ice chips or cake or something. Edward wakes up and comes to Bella's side. He tells her that his family took care of James and she is safe now. To explain her cuts and bruises and broken leg, he told the doctors that she fell down 2 flights of stairs and out a window. And also maybe some other stuff he can't remember. Edward tells her that they need to stop seeing each other. He is too dangerous. He almost killed her, after all. And he is a vampire, and she is a human. Their lifestyles are totally different. He drinks blood, and she is blood. It'll never work out. Bella protests furiously. She didn't die, and also, if he dumps her, who will take her to prom? He chuckles wryly and drops the subject, for now.
A few weeks go by, and Edward and Bella go to prom together. Because she's so damn awkward and would rather wear jeans and sneakers, Bella was hesitant to go to a dance. But Edward insisted, and Alice let her borrow a dress. Even with her broken leg and a boot, Bella still looks beautiful. That night, as they hold each other close and sway to the mid-2000s music, Bella tells Edward that he can't protect her forever. Eventually, someone from his world will murder her. It's a matter of when, not if. So the only thing that makes sense is for him to turn her into a vampire as well. She wants him to bite her. She's ready. Edward, however, is not convinced. He wants her to remain human, healthy, and whole. At a standstill, the two decide to be content being horny teens in the little town of Forks, Washington.
So the lion falls in love with the
lamb.
For now. And with that, we're done.
We did it!
We did it.
Happy April Fools!
Yep, we are done with our April Fool's Twilight-themed tomfoolery, and we can kill this bit. The bit is done. It's over.
Rule of threes.
There's the rule of threes, baby. There is no more after this. Don't expect it.
Next year, don't expect this.
We're not doing this again.
We can't, and we won't.
Okay, so goodbye forever until the next actual episode of this podcast.
Which comes out soon.
Yeah, this week even. All right, thanks, guys. Bye!
Finally.
Emmett is also tall and blonde, but additionally is built like a shit brick house.
I'm not gonna be able to get through this.
Rosalie is holding one of his arms possessively, a sack of approximately 15 hard-boiled eggs.
You know, human food. P.S. I would read this book, specifically written by you.
His expression is no expression. His clothes are regular.
I want to send this to Robert Pattinson. I feel like he'd like it. You know how heroin smells amazing. Like that Bath and Body Works heroin candle she bought a while back.
Cotton candy heroin candle.
The vampires shitter in excitement.
Why wouldn't you invite us to eat some delicious Bella Italiano? James is a skilled vampire hunter, which is to say, a vampire who is a hunter, who hunts people.
He and Abraham Lincoln are not friends.
You know who else isn't friends with Abraham Lincoln?
Jasper. This is like the last thing you're gonna do in your 20s. I can't see anything.
What am I gonna do for the next 6 months?
You'll see Hosier and then you'll turn 30.